Imagine spending a day in Mexico on the day of an important celebration. There is laughter everywhere, cheers of joy, and so many more new things that many didn't even know existed. It is a new experience that will inform others of the wonderful culture outside their own. Mexico, like many other countries, has many traditions. They all differ from one another and have a meaning behind them, and each have their own story to tell. Some of these traditions will be exotic and interesting. Many of the practices are important to Mexicans and may have been changed over the time, but they all connect. Quinceañeras, Las Posadas, the feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and many more are some significant traditions celebrated in Mexico. Quinceañera is one of the most important traditions in Mexico. This tradition is when a girl turns 15. It represents the girl coming of age. Some girls may choose not to have a big party. The case might even be that the family does not have very much money, but the family usually tries to have something special for their daughter on this important day. On this day, the girl looks like a princess. Her dress is like that of Cinderella's, and she looks absolutely beautiful. The evening of this special day starts with the Mass. The Mass is full of close friends and family. She walks down the aisle with her parents, godparents, and her court of honor. During the Mass, she gets crowned as a signal of her being the princess for the day. She is given a pendant with the Virgin Mary on it. When the Mass is over, it is a tradition to give Mary flowers, giving her thanks for everything you have been blessed with. After the Mass, everyone is invited to go to the reception for the food and dance. The family may bring bands and or mariachis to sing for the guests. After the guests are finished eating, the ceremony where a girl becomes a woman starts. It usually starts with a traditional waltz of her and her court of honor. In this waltz, she dances with a chambelán de honor, her escort for the night. What happens during the waltz is her entrance song where she dances with her court of honor. The traditional toast giving thanks to all who helped make this a great experience for the young woman. During the toast is a small part, which is optional, where the young lady gets a change of shoes. She may have been wearing flats, but now is wearing high heels. Sometimes her family buys her gifts like bracelets, necklaces, and rings. It is known for a girl to get her last doll on this day. When she is done getting these gifts, it is a time for her father and for her to have the traditional dance. When the waltz is over, all the guests get to start dancing along with the girl. They all get to have the time of their lives and help this young woman make this experience unforgettable. Las Posadas is another major event in Mexico. Posadas is lodging in Spanish. This celebration is 9 days long. It starts on December 16th and ends on December 24th. This tradition has been going on for 400 years. There is a procession. In this procession, there are two groups. One of the groups sings a song asking for lodging. This group represents how Mary and Joseph were asking for lodging. The other group sings back to them, saying no until they are at the last house, where they finally let them in. Once the group asking for lodging is inside, they pray the rosary together. They gather around a beautiful nativity scene made by hand full of many different things. After the rosary is finished, whoever is hosting the posadas that day has a celebration. In this celebration, kids break piñatas, get candy bags, get to light small fireworks, and play games. The adults watch, and they also have food like tamales or menudo for everyone. On Christmas, there are many nativity scenes. On this day, they lay baby Jesus down and have kids who are going to be rocking baby Jesus to sleep. This event is very important to Mexicans. It symbolizes their faith. On December 12th, it is one of the most important feast days in Mexico. The Dia de la Virgen de Guadalupe became a national holiday in 1859. Many people make their way to Mexico's religious center, the Basilica of the Virgin of Guadalupe, located in Villa de Guadalupe, Hidalgo, Mexico City. At the Basilica, there will be a mass and a traditional fair in her honor. Tens of thousands of Mexicans go to the place where the Virgin appeared. This fiesta is full of traditional music and fun attractions. People bring presents to the Virgin Mary, while other visitors will perform dances and songs for her. Some pilgrims go on their knees on the stone street leading to the Basilica, asking for miracles or giving thanks to the Virgin Mary for a petition that was answered. There are all kinds of food and vendors selling crafts and clothes. This day is very important to the Mexicans because the Virgin de Guadalupe is the patron saint of Mexico. There are many more traditions in Mexico. All of these traditions have a big importance in the lives of the Mexicans. They all have their own meaning and strange facts or beautiful ceremonies. There are many more engrossing traditions around the world that may have things in common with these practices, but they are all unique in their own way. They may even have a different meaning or background to them. Some traditions may have more importance than others to some people.